Welcome to Feminized. It's time for a show that turns the spotlight on the powerful women shaping cannabis culture. The cannabis industry is on fire and women are sparking it up. If you like the show, please subscribe. You can also subscribe to the Feminized podcast with Liz Grow on YouTube and Instagram. The future is feminized. Hey sis. You're now listening to the Feminized podcast.
Yes, so excited to be here today with Miss Cari Carmona, aka Cari Dimples. Okay, you know her, you love her, you may know her from High Times, you may know her from Kosmik brands, but this woman is doing big things in the Oklahoma market and the national market as the CMO of Kosmik brands, and I'm just really excited to have you on the show, Cari. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you having me on the show. Such an honor.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're, we've been following each other for a couple years now, I think, right? I mean,
yeah.
Cannabis.
I love what you're doing out in Texas. I mean, I come from the Midwest myself, so it's nice to see, especially in a prohibition state, and just seeing you fight through. I love it. You know, you are a pioneer in the Texas industry, and we thank you for everything that you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because you know what, we're not going anywhere, and it definitely does get you feel beaten down a little bit in Texas as an advocate, you know, just because there's just seems to be so much opposition. But you know what, that's not real. I know that more people want cannabis. I know more Texans want cannabis than are really letting on. So we're going to stick around and see this thing through. And hopefully one of the first brands to come to market in Texas will be Kosmik brands. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to dive right in and talk about Kosmik brands, what you're doing there, how you're changing the game, breaking records, and doing all those amazing things that you're doing.
Well, you know, it's really a team effort. I mean, it's the Kosmik crew that really makes Kosmik brands. It's the cosmonauts that power the whole entire ecosystem of what Kosmik is. I mean, we're Kosmik brands, we're Kosmik Life, we're Kosmik Cares, we're Kosmik Gear, we're Kosmik TV. And, you know, we just want it to be a safe space where you could just have fun and, you know,
get out of this world.
Explore your limits. You know, everybody's using the plant for different reasons. And I've been an advocate of cannabis in my whole life, as far back as I can remember. And it's just amazing to see, you know, the progression and just to see Kosmik brands grow and people really just like loving, you know, because our core four has always been about quality, taste, texture, and potency. We, you know, cater to the low dosers, the medium dosers, the high dosers, and even the extra high dosers. And it's, you know, really a shame for, you know, some of these, you know, even countries like Canada where you can only have 10 milligrams in one bag, you know, like
10
if I can take one gummy and have 200 milligrams, you know, versus having to take 10 of these guys, you know, it just, you know, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But here we are again, just like breaking boundaries and, you know, just legalization and kind of having mainstream make sense of what we are, because we've been such a subculture for so long. We were underground. I mean, most areas are still that way. You're in one of them.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
So it's like for me being in before I was in Oklahoma, all of our founders are from Oklahoma. But my grandma was from here. That's kind of how I ended up back in Oklahoma. But I was in the Denver and Colorado market. So being in that market for years and just, you can walk down, you know, it's normal. Like everything is normalized over there. And so to see the shifts and to come in, you know, back into a state that's just been, you know, legal, you know, for almost 4 years. It's, you know, it's like, it's been amazing to see the progression and, you know, I just love being a part of Kosmik brands and, you know, Captain Kirk, Kosmik Kirk and AJ the Cells Go. I mean, they're really, you know, they're just the life of the party and they're just so kind and humble.
And these are the founders of Kosmik.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lady chef, Marina. She is amazing. She's the one that comes up with all of our, specialties. We have a
Ooh.
brand new one.
Oh.
Don't tell anybody yet. No, I'm just kidding. It
Oh my
will be
God.
launched out on Friday, but it is called the Rocket Pop. And
Oh my
it
God.
tastes just like what you think it might. Another
My
one
mouth
that's
is
gonna
watering, and not because there's probably like 500 milligrams of THC in that gummy.
Oh, this one will only have 25 in Oklahoma.
Okay.
In Michigan and Nevada, it will have 10
Uh-huh.
because that's the legalization on, it's
Right.
only 100 milligrams a bag. So that's kind of where we're at on that. But it will launch
Okay.
out in Missouri too. We'll be in 5 more states before the end of the year. Just people love Kosmik, it's amazing. And
Yes, I want to
yeah.
talk about that. I want to talk about that first. That the company it's from Oklahoma. You are an Oklahoma company, right? An Oklahoma cannabis company. And what I think is so cool about that is that you're national. Like other states are like dying to get Kosmik in their state. I mean, as far as I know, you're the first Oklahoma company to go national. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, we're the first
Well
Oklahoma
done.
brand from Oklahoma to go national, and it's
Yeah.
been amazing. We just came back from Planet 13. We in 2 days we sold 3,600 units. They just had to do a huge reorder because people they had to cap how many bags people could buy. They were going the limit, and we were just it was just amazing to see, because people were coming all over the United States to come to Planet 13, to come meet our Kosmik crew. And it was amazing. We had a great time.
That's
So
really cool.
next up is Michigan, Summer of Cannabis with Greenhouse Walled Lake dispensaries. So
Summer of
yeah,
Cannabis.
Summer of
I
Cannabis.
know we're going all over the place, but that's how it usually works when you have a conversation with cannabis people. There's just so much to talk about. Whoa, Summer of Cannabis. In that's happening in Michigan, or is that an event in Michigan that you guys will be at?
Yeah, so it started on the 1st, and they're
Okay.
giving away $500,000 worth of products. They have these scratch-off tickets, so when you buy a bag, you get a scratch-off. We donated $25,000 worth of product for the patients of Michigan, to participate in the Summer of Cannabis, and we're really excited about it, and it's going to be an amazing get-together on July 25th. So,
Okay.
sorry, did I say July 25th? June 25th.
June 25th.
Well, it's a 3-day event. Hold on, let me get my calendar.
Yeah, please.
24th, 25th, and 26th.
Okay.
So,
And it's in
it'll be a lot of
Michigan?
fun.
Is it in, where in Michigan is it?
Oh, Greenhouse Walled Lake.
Greenhouse, Walled Lake.
Greenhouse Walled Lake.
I love
Let me
Michigan.
find out the exact.
No, you're good. You don't have to. I'm just like,
Oh.
so it just, that sounds like so much fun. And really, I mean, anywhere I think the Kosmik brand is, I think I could count on having fun. Because I had so much fun with you guys and your team in Oklahoma. Like, seriously, that was... I mean, it was CannaCon OKC, and it was the after party, the official after party with Raekwon, and I just remember partying with you and Captain Kirk, and just kind of getting swept up in everything. It probably could be because I had some Kosmik edibles.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed. Did you? I forgot which ones I gave you.
Did you have lemonade ones?
Yes, the pink lemonade, the lunar lemonade.
Yes. Oh, yeah, delicious. And that's really how I judge my edibles. It is the taste and the texture, because first and foremost, it's a yummy treat. And then does it knock me on my ass, or does it make me get paranoid, or what are the effects that it does to me? Then that's really secondary to taste, because if I really like an edible, I think I'll put up with some bad effects. But yours,
Right.
No, but yours were incredible. I mean, we partied all night, and that's my main thing. I don't like getting super tired after I take an edible. And usually the higher the THC, the lower I get, and that was not the case with Lunar Lemonade. So well done. Good on ya.
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. All of the flavors are amazing. I mean, a lot of the people love the peanut butter and jelly, the caramel apple. We got the s'mores with the real chocolate center, the graham cracker crust. I mean, our chef really, she just goes all out on the flavors. And I like the 10 milligrams myself. My husband takes the 200 milligram abysses. So,
wow.
I mean, to each, there's really something for everybody.
Yeah. So that brings me to my next question. How does Kosmik get away with putting so much THC in an edible? Because I understood it that all the states have this cap, this 10 milligram cap, except for Texas, because we don't really know what we're doing here. The lawmakers have no idea about how they make their laws, which is why Kosmik is going to do so well in Texas, I think. I kind of have a feeling that the Oklahoma lawmakers maybe did the same thing. Didn't put so many just regulations on the actual per dosage per piece, but can you talk me through like how Kosmik is able to put like 500 milligrams of THC in one gummy? Because I know you guys have those as well, right?
Yeah, well, we have, our cap is 200 milligrams a gummy. It's 2,000 milligrams a bag. I mean, that's just the legalization aspect here in Oklahoma. That may change when we go rec, and that kind of happens like state to state as well.
Yeah.
Where like in Michigan, in like the city of Detroit, you have to have a med card, but like most of the rest of the state is rec. Same in Colorado.
What?
Most of the state is rec, but in Colorado Springs, you have mainly the stores are only med, so you have to have a med card down there. So I mean, it really changes. I do have to say that the Texans definitely love Kosmik brands. I would warn the Texans out there listening to this that there is a lot of counterfeit Kosmik being found in Texas. And they don't look anything. You'll know right away. I mean, go to our website, go to Weed Maps, go to Leaf Bling, go to iHeartJ, go wherever to double check and make sure you have the right gummies. It looks like they're going to like the Dollar Tree or something and like getting like gummy worms, weird tapes, ropes, and like putting them in these counterfeit bags that they're getting and distributing them literally around the world. But we found a majority of them in Texas, so I would beware. I do want to let you guys know that we do plan on bringing at least CBD and Delta 8 to the market very soon for Texans.
Awesome. Because I want those peanut butter and jelly gummies.
Yes, you need, and I'll send you a bunch of uninfused samples and stuff so you can at least like try more of them.
Yeah.
And I'll get you all set up with a box for sure.
Awesome. So that must suck for you, being the CMO of this just rocket ship. Sorry, the pun. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, I love it.
Kosmik is perfect, right? You're the CMO on this rocket ship, and you see these counterfeits popping up, and people trying to make money off of the work that you and your team, hard work that you and your team have done to get here. What does that feel like for you?
It's a variety of mixed emotions. It's like, did we make it? It's like, because honestly, like we are a small brand out here in Oklahoma and we're doing big things and it's pretty amazing. But at the same time, it's like, the reason why we got into this is to give clean medicine to people and to be healthy and and it hurts that, possibly somebody's going to be like, that was their first experience with Kosmik and, so it's like that hurts that maybe they're getting bad medicine and it had our name on it and they didn't know. And, so it's just a variety of different emotions, but, we're doing what we can. I think that's why the captain has made it such a mission of his to go national, because he wants to make sure that everybody's getting Kosmik brands, that everybody's getting the correct medicine, that we're not cutting corners, we are true to our core four. And that's what I'd have to say about that, I guess.
I love that. Well, you know what they can't steal? They can't steal, obviously your recipes. They can't steal the vibe. They could try to copy, and good luck. But you guys are a pretty undeniable brand and a force in the cannabis space. So, I feel sorry for anyone who's trying to copy Kosmik. You know, go do your own thing. How about that, scammers?
I mean, hey, if they want a job, they can obviously sell. So come, hey, hit us up. You know what I mean? You don't have to sell the fake stuff. Sell the real stuff.
Amen.
Talk to the sales go. We got you. You know, don't feel like you had to sell counterfeit.
No,
we can do this together. So that was kind of one of my thoughts too. I'm like, let's find out who this guy is and give him a job.
You're incredible. That is really incredible, man. Really a great way to, I think, reframe that. So, Cari, tell me about, like, how did you get here, like, to this point in your life as the CMO of this incredible cannabis brand?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's right time, right place. You know, it just kind of, everything kind of just built up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it all started in Colorado, and you just meet the right people, you know. And I was working with Snoop over at Mary Jane, and I had done some campaigns with Kirk and AJ. And, you know, this is going to sound so, I mean, I feel like we all kind of sound so crazy. But, you know, I moved to Oklahoma during the pandemic, and I moved to Apollo Road because I'm a space nerd. And like all the roads in my area is like Venus and Mars and Mercury.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And I met with Kirk and AJ. AJ got, he was a power player. And I called him, I was like, hey, you made the power players list. And he was like, oh, how do I get people to, I was like, the voting's over. Like, you got a ton of submissions. He didn't even know about it.
What?
And yeah, it was really cool. And so we just kind of casually met that way. And we just kind of kept in touch, and found out that right down the street from where I live is where the office was. And I just was like, you know, there's something just kept drawing me to Kosmik, and just the energy, and we call it Cosmic Energy here. And we have like Club Kosmik, and we have like, it's just, the product's great, and the people here are just so kind. And like, you've never been I've been in a work environment. This is just an amazing work environment. Like, you know, we're all here to uplift and support. And I was just like, you know, AJ put me on the team. Like, let's do this. And so
I love that.
He's like, I talked to the captain. Come tomorrow. Like, all right. And it, you know, the rest is history. And it's just so great working with everybody here. And I think it's because we love what we do, and you know, that always translates. You know, you gotta love what you do. If you don't love what you do, then, you know, maybe it's time to try something else. Oh yeah. So even if, you know, it's scary. Things are supposed to be scary. You know, it's being, you know, it's good to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Amen. Amen. And I don't think enough women make themselves uncomfortable enough. I really, really don't. Not to blame them, but I just don't think it's in our nature. You know, I think that, you know, we do our thing, you know, we live our lives, and it really does take that push, that walking out onto the branch, and it's shaky and it's windy and it's about to rain and this shit's about to crack, to really find that magic. Right? I mean, what drove you to move to Oklahoma from Colorado? Like, why'd you do that?
You know, I did the High Times Cannabis Cup here, and I actually took vacation. I was talking to everybody, and I was like, you know, I really want to just spend some time with Oklahomans. And my grandma had passed. She was from Oklahoma. She'd, you know, half of her kids stayed here and half of them moved with her to Colorado, you know.
Where you're from.
And so I wanted to like see my roots in the motherland. And God, I just like, there was something that just drew me here. And my husband and I were just like, we really love it. Let's move here. It's really family oriented. We have 2 little kids. And I just, you know, Colorado is, you know, it's not as family oriented. And especially in the cannabis industry, it's like, you know, you get a babysitter, you know, and that's fine. But because, I mean, a lot of the cannabis owners here are couples with kids. I mean,
love that.
The state is nothing but small business owners, and us going onto Metric, you know, the state said, listen, we set up infrastructure for small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't set this up for big, for big business.
No.
This isn't a seed sale. You don't have to have a gazillion dollars to have a cannabis business here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to work with you, so there is a lot of, family owned cannabis businesses here in Oklahoma. And it's amazing to see, and they've really, Oklahomans, I feel, have really normalized, family life and cannabis, and because there's such a stigma around it,
Right.
and that's another reason why, I love Cosmik grants, because you can run around with I feel comfortable going to the school with a big pot leaf on my shirt. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But, it's way more easier to run around with a little, Circle K or a little rocket ship. And it's like, you see that mom that knows what that Circle K or that, rocket ship means. It's like wink, wink, and
I love that.
It's a great, it's a great thing. So
okay,
that's kind of how it all comes to be.
I love that. I love that. It was it was on your life path, quite literally. I mean, your grandmother is from Oklahoma, and I'm sure you know a little bit about the history of the state. It was the last territory to become a state, and it's basically where all the outlaws and Native Americans were corralled. And so people who come from Oklahoma are like, there's just something, I don't know, there's something really tough about them, to me, just my own impressions of Oklahomans. They're tough people, they're good people. They are people who live the lives that they choose to live. And what made me so proud, I guess it was 2018. You said 4 years that it's been legal in Oklahoma. And that's just like, whoa. Because I remember when it happened and I was like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Not at all. It's what the people want. The people will get what they want there.
Yes.
And I'm just thrilled that regulation it's not so mired in regulation, and that, metric was kind of run out on a rail when it was. It may come back, there's got to obviously be some sort of seed to sale tracking system, or does there? I don't know. Let the people of Oklahoma decide. But as a Texan,
it goes live on Thursday.
Oh, it goes live on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, they had it. They took it away. But
got it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's it's got to be there. I mean, it's there. It is what it is. Cannabis community will adapt. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That is what we do, baby. And especially Oklahoma, especially South, Southern cannabis community. What's great is that you mentioned that there feels like there may be still a little bit of stigma there. It's a Southern state. Bible Belt, people are still very much brainwashed by reefer madness. And I think that really puts us at an advantage. And I say us because, I'm in Texas. I feel like Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, those states, Arkansas, really are the ones that are like, whoa, let's go slow to go fast. And it's like, that's a good thing. So we can educate our communities, right? We can talk to them in their language. We can go slow to go fast. Whereas in Cali and in every other, really developed, more mature market, there seem to be these rules, these cultural mores, if you will, a lot of confusion with consumers. It's like, here, all we're dealing with is, that's the devil's lettuce. We can be like, no, it's not. And let's teach you how, as opposed to, oh, no, that's wrong because of that, or that's boof because of that, or, there's just a lot. So, I feel like it's just so badass that you guys launched with such strong products in this market. Feels like a very just deliberate decision to give the people what they want. Good, yummy things that make them really, really high.
I mean, everybody has different. I use it for anxiety. Mm-hmm. My husband uses it for, his migraines. I mean, other people use it to sleep. I mean, we use a hybrid, so there's really something for everybody. There's really something every palate. I mean, we have every flavor,
Yeah.
We're coming out with more. So we'll be coming out, with seasonal flavors and just, more to come.
What did you say your core four was? It was texture, taste, potency, and
quality.
Yes, all the good things. But you start with the taste and texture, and then of course quality, and it all just flows from there. So I'm curious. So you're from Colorado. You grew up in Colorado. So did you always have cannabis in your life? How old are you?
I didn't exactly grow up in Colorado. Well, that's a long story.
Give it to me, babe.
I'm going to try to make it as short as I can. Obviously, there was some divorce that happened within all that, but I was raised part-time in like the summer in Colorado, but most of my life I lived in a little small town called St. George, Kansas, and I graduated with 43 people, and in 7th grade I said I was going to I did the Mr. Harvey, shout out wherever you are, thank you. Let me write this speech about medical marijuana and how I was going to move to Colorado and change history and this whole thing. So funny.
That's so cute.
And everybody like looked at me in class like, oh my God, Mr. Harvey, you actually let her say and write about all this stuff?
Mr. Harvey, wow.
Mr. Harvey, thank you.
And so you wrote that in the 7th grade, and then how long before it took you to actually get there and realize that dream? Just like, did you start working in cannabis like immediately when you were able to start working?
No, so I've always been like an art student, right? So I was always into art. Obviously, like always been super creative. Semi bloodline from my mom's side, right? They are all artists. So I did some traveling. I did a little soul searching, and I thought I was going to join the Peace Corps and paint and do all this stuff. And I ended up working in fitness, and health and wellness. And then I transitioned to starting one of the first doctor's offices in Colorado. So if you needed cannabis back then in Colorado, you got it from me.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, we were slinging out doctor scripts. If you need a high plant count, you came to. It's still around. Canna Health Clinic in Canna-Qual with Dr. Gentry and Dr. Sid and Dr. Littleford. It was a good time. I was like, man, it was like when legalization first happened. I was like, oh my God, it's 420 on, and I'm with a weed doctor smoking weed. With a weed doctor, like, this is crazy,
right?
And then I did some IT stuff, and then I grew a big law firm, and I told Todd, I was like, I miss cannabis like a lot, and he's like, I'll give you a recommendation, and I saw this opening. I was like, I want to work for a magazine. When I was at the doctor's offices, the magazine people used to come by, and it always seemed like a lot of fun. So randomly, there was an ad for Dope Magazine,
What?
They flew me to Seattle, Dave and Christina and George, Jage, and then we got acquired by High Times, and I met some, I met a bunch of cool folks when I was there, and one thing led to another, and I'm with Snoop in Florida, and next thing I know, I'm VP of client relations at Married. I mean, it's just weird. I mean, I try not to say it's weird anymore. I just like go with the flow. But just if you I'm like, oh my God, this girl from in the middle of nowhere. You just manifest things and things happen. So it's real. Just right time, right place, right mindset. Can do a lot.
Amen.
So, yeah.
Amen. God, that's really inspirational. I love hearing that you are partially from Kansas. Like, wow. Probably the state that's like worse about cannabis than Texas.
I know. I'm like,
so
I can't believe there's so many. I mean,
it's a bummer,
people
man.
using cannabis in Kansas. Trust me, it makes no sense. I don't know. I smoked cannabis for the first time with my brother in a chicken coop. Like he was like the little local drug dealer. God. Quote drug dealer.
Right. Of course.
Pharmacist. Yeah. He'd be a dispensary owner now. he was in a car accident, but you know what I mean, when I was younger, but it was long, you know what I mean, but I always think about like I'm like, Dad, you think this is so cool, and I'm sure he would own a dispensary, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but he's one of the big reasons why I'm in this industry, so
what's his name?
Dustin Hodges. He's my stepbrother, and he like sat me up one day and like taught me all about hip hop, and like I took his Coolio tape, like I thought he was the coolest, and everybody always loved him, and he always did good things for people, and he ran around with the devil's lettuce, and he was all good.
Yeah, and everybody smiled when they saw him because they probably knew that he could hook them up. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Cannabis, certainly brings us together. Physically we go to conferences and then we go party and we have smoke sessions and it's great. But I think it brings us together spiritually too. I really do. I feel like it opens some things up, something up in your soul that makes you feel closer to the people that are gone.
I agree.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So, okay. Before I let you go and back to your daily grind of selling the world's strongest gummies, most delicious gummies, I have 3 questions for you that I ask all of my guests. Okay. So, first question is, Cari Dimples, who is in your dream smoke circle? Okay? 3 people. Those people who are with us on this earth and those people who are not with us on this earth. You can choose among all the people.
Okay. Elon Musk.
Yes.
I love you, Elon. Let's hang out. I want to be your friend. Let's be homies. Oh man. Who else? Okay. Probably Martha Stewart. It's like classic. Right?
Classic.
You gotta. And then who else? I mean, typically I'm rockabilly. It was raining today, so I wore my hair down, but, Elvis. Yeah. Elvis. Love you too, Elvis. I know you're still out there. I have conspiracy that you're still around.
Whoa, I love this. Ooh, next episode that we do, we just need to dive in to conspiracy, especially when it comes to Elvis. Wow, that man, angel, right, truly. I'm excited to see the movie. But anyway, great smoke circle. So we've got Elon, Elvis, and Martha. Okay, I'm going to slide in there just because it's my fantasy game. And what are we smoking?
Oh, man, that's a good one. How about cherry pie?
That's my favorite. That's my all-time favorite strain. Cherry pie. Feels so good. Oh, Cari.
That was a good smoke circle.
That was a good smoke circle. Thank you.
I like that.
I think I smell some brownies that Martha's just baked. So.
Oh, yeah.
Love me too.
If you're out there,
yes,
we're ready. Liz and I are ready. We'll fly out to LA tomorrow. It'll be good.
It's an easy one. Easy get, Martha. Yeah. You got us.
You got us.
Okay, so second question, my darling, is what other woman is inspiring you right now in cannabis?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say Stormy Simon.
Hey, Stormy.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
She started from the bottom at Overstock and became, the CEO, president of, and was. Yeah. I just think it's amazing, and her being an advocate of cannabis and the former CEO of High Times, and she's just always doing amazing things. Yeah. And I think if I wanted my daughter to have a role model, that would be like one of the people I would be like, watch what Stormy Simon is doing, so.
Love that. I love that bar.
So I've seen her work with men, women, you know what I mean? It's just like everybody just like respects, you know, Storm. And I love like her aura, and she's just like such a kind, like, you know, badass. So I love Stormy Simon.
Stormy Simon, love it. Gotta have her on the show. Most definitely gotta have her on the show. Before COVID happened, we were chatting just about, you know, interviewing her. I just wanted to talk to her, connect with her when we were in LA, when she was at High Times, and then, you know, COVID, so whatever.
Yeah.
We pick up where we left off. But yeah, that's a great one. So, okay, last question is, what advice do you have for 13-year-old Cari?
Oh, man. Don't give up. It's going to be hard. You got this. And people will always underestimate you, but just know that that's your fuel.
I felt that one. Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to meet amazing people, and just, you know, just keep thinking. I mean, I know this sounds so cliche, but just keep thinking big dreams, you know? Yeah. You can do it. Break the stigma. You got this. Yes. And tell all the other little girls out there they can do this too. So, yeah.
I love that. Bring your sisters with you.
Yeah.
I love that, man. God, you're a really, really cool person, Cari, and it's fun to have this time to like talk to you and get to know you, right? Because I feel like you do. You have this persona, you know. I mean, your rockabilly is just one piece of it, but you know, it's just cool to peel back the layers and just meet the not the real person, because it's all the real person, but learn about how you got to be where you are today and how you are today. So I think the next step might be an Oklahoma smoke sesh.
Yeah, for sure. You have to come out. Well, we got to bring the captain and AJ on this too.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to maybe a Club Kosmik type of a situation, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine Club Kosmik is all of the cosmonauts just getting together and like celebrating and kind of vibing. Is that Club Kosmik?
Yeah, that's Club Kosmik.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we just need to invite ourselves to a Club Kosmik.
Yeah.
And keep the conversation going.
All the time. What's higher than space? Yeah, Cosmic. We're going to the moon on Archimedes 1, so stay tuned.
Yes.
When you see NASA going to the moon, we're gonna be on the USB. We're gonna be orbiting with Archimedes 1, and that mission actually is going to be a stepping stone for putting the first woman of color on the moon. So we're really excited about that too. We're all about, you know, just supporting everybody.
Yeah.
We don't, you know, we don't care if you use cannabis or don't. We just want to support the world.
Yes.
You know,
being about it.
Being a good person. You know, that's what it's all about.
God, Kosmik, I love it. I want a job at Kosmik. Kosmik, I'll be a cosmonaut. I want to be a cosmonaut.
Sign up to be a cosmonaut.
Yeah, dude. Like this, it feels good. It feels like a really cool company to be a part of. But also it's cannabis, so you know your life is going to be the bomb. Once you get in, So, my sister, thanks again. Let's do this. Let's do this in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Let's do this again.
If you'd like more, subscribe to the Feminized podcast on YouTube. Follow at Feminized with Liz Grow on Instagram. Special thanks to our sponsors Moose Labs and Richard's Rainwater. The Feminized podcast is a Grow House Media production, created by Liz Grow, produced by Patrick Pope and Dennis Ray, with original theme music and audio mixing by Q at Q to King Productions in New Braunfels, Texas.